picture?
Alright, there we go. I'm recording now.
Oh,
Now I need to go
male
Discord.
and real life persona.
Like,
Don't
imagine if they're
switch.
just dudes. Okay, just imagine touching real grass.
I know, dude. It'd be so crazy if they could. But they're not.
You know what's crazy?
What?
The fact that you think Naruto's stronger than Luffy.
Look. There's a reason we're doing this, dog. There's a reason we're doing this. Alright, am I back?
Yo, Eric, your shit's not loading.
Alright, hold on. Let me
It's
disconnect. Then connect.
oh,
I'm back, alright. Oh, no, not screen, not screen. I like clicked the wrong thing. Video. Dude, I swear, like, it just thinks I'm retarded or something, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, shit not loading, boy. You had it fine before.
that can be reconsidered.
Pop-up preview
Please.
model every time you turn on your video. Video background, none. No.
You want me to connect it to go to sleep? No? Okay. Everyone say goodnight, Chris, before she falls asleep.
Good night, Griselda.
Good night.
Alright.
I have a student sleeping, by the way.
Can you guys see me now? I'm sorry it's not as very HD. I'm using my computer camera now, but that way you can just see because I'm tired of trying to fucking fix both of these at the same time.
Understandable.
Alright. Well, hi class. Welcome back to the case
Yo,
of
has Natsu ever said the
Natsu
word
versus.
sus? 'Cause
Shut the
Luffy has
fuck
that
up, please.
automatic puts
I
it
am
like
trying to
that.
teach a fucking class. I don't need shit talk from the back. That's what you get. That's what you get.
That's not a punishment. Okay.
Alright, I'm done looking at you. I'm done looking at you. Nah, I'm done looking at you guys. Hi, welcome back to the class. We shall be discussing Natsu versus Luffy. Now, power scaling is very tricky because these are two different universes with two different entirely sets of things. And a lot of bullshit in both. So, we are only going to rate them on how human versus human they could be. I will be pulling from the source material, mostly the animes, to pull information, such as like durability, or as the first topic we are going to bring up, which is reaction speed. Now, when it comes to fighting, reaction speed is a very big thing that, you know, you have to take into account. So I'm going to write that down. So, RC, or RS, R.S, reaction speed. Who obviously has it? I will give this to Luffy. I don't know of any Natsu feats that involve the speed of light, but I do know that in very early on, he was already faster than the speed of sound. So, without any concrete information, I can only give it to Luffy, as he has dodged the pacifista beams, which have been known to be the speed of light. So that category only goes to Luffy. We'll give him that one. Now, this is gonna be one that you're not gonna agree with, but I'm gonna fully explain why. Durability. I'm giving that completely to Natsu. And this is why. Okay. Throughout the entire show, throughout all of it, George, please stop fucking laughing. Hold on. I'm gonna do the thing again where I mute you all, that way I can just explain.
No! I'll mute myself instead.
I'm muting Albie too.
No.
I'm muting
But is
Johnny.
the recording even picking us up, or is it just picking up you?
I can't hear you anymore because I muted you all. Alright, there you go. Alright. Now, again, I'm giving the durability feat to Natsu. The main reason why is because Luffy heavily relies on the fact that he is rubber to take everything, pretty much. In the One Piece world, there's like a power system called Haki, which can affect other Devil Fruit users, which is something that, you know, can be used against Luffy. But even still with that, Luffy is fucking rubber. Like, no matter how hard I hit a rubber ball, it's not just gonna break. Because it's rubber. That's the whole thing. It takes hits, making a lot of weapons useless. It has even been stated in the source material that the best thing to use against Luffy, if you don't have any Haki, is like swords or like spears or stuff like that. Like when he was taking on Enmu, the lightning guy. I forgot his name. he used a spear, and that was like one of the only things that worked against him. Let's see what Johnny's saying, because Johnny is trying to bring shit up. All right, let's see. Look, Johnny, if you want to bring up hentai, go ahead. I'm down for it too. Anyway, I saw what you sent. All right, now here's another big category type thing. Speed. Who's better at speed? Who can move faster as a whole? Generally, I have no fucking idea, because in halfway through Fairy Tail, there's an arc called the Celestial King, and through that arc, all the celestial spirits are like kind of taken captive, and the leader of them, or not taken captive. I'm sorry. I should say they turned evil for a little while because they were corrupted. And the leader is Leo the Lion, the lion spirit. And all his attacks are light-based. And not only that, he has even taken light and used it against other people. So, that's his ability and shit. Now, for speed, for Luffy, I don't know what really to go off of. Because, again, this is a human versus human fight. But in the anime, the fastest I've ever seen him go is in like Gear 4 when he's just zooming around and shit. But that's not accurate, because that's not him at his base. That's not at all accurate. He is, however, very fast. I'll give him that, even in his base form, like, if it was a regular person, fights, like, you wouldn't be able to see them move. So obviously he's faster than the speed of sound too. Him and Natsu are matched in that they're automatically faster than the speed of sound. Very early on, I will add as well. Let's see. Speed, though. Let's see. The real thing we have to take into consideration is what enemies have they fought that have had very high speed and or light type of stuff, like the pacifista beams, and have they shown that over a consistent basis? Because I know in One Piece, a lot of the enemies are very big. They're big and strong, but they're not necessarily fast. And that's the kicker. Because I'm going to say, at most, Luffy barely hits light speed. Just like, not even quite hit it, he's very close to it. Again, this is why reaction speed and speed are different. Because one's consistent, while one can be like seconds. But I know Natsu, throughout the whole thing, he has fought a lot of enemies that have dealt with light-based attacks. In the very last season, before the 100-year quest, he fought a villain called Acnologia. Extremely fast. He felt so fast and strong that he actually killed every other dragon in that world. And a lot of his attacks were light-based. And not only was Natsu trying to defeat him, but he was also fatigued and somewhat able to catch up to it. So I'm not gonna say that Natsu is incredibly over the speed of light at all. I'm gonna say he's in the same boat with Luffy, where that they're very similar, but it's not that easy to kind of discern who has the edge. So I'll actually leave that one blank, because that way it's just even. I'm gonna move my microphone a little closer because I feel like it's too far and you guys aren't hearing me as well. Right. Don't mind all the noise. I'm sorry. Microphone in the corner. All right. So I'm gonna leave that blank. Put in the thing now. We already did durability. We already did speed and reaction speed. Next thing I'm actually gonna go with is fisticuffs. To see how F for fisticuffs. Sort of like how they fight and styles and stuff like that. I'm giving this one completely to Natsu. Completely. 100%. This is why. Regardless if Natsu has used his magic and or not, his attacks are a lot more close range, comfortable with his body, and are more martial art like. While Luffy, on the other hand, I'm not going to say that he's a slouch either, like he can't fucking punch and shit. But when you do look at the show and everything, he does rely a lot on his powers, that he can extend his arms like extremely long, his foot, and even his and make his arms big. That way they add more strength. So again, I'm giving the fact that Natsu has better martial arts skills than Luffy an edge. It gives him a little bit of an edge. And most importantly, I'm gonna say this: willpower within them. Or actually, I should change it to determination. I'm gonna change it to determination. Okay. This one is a very tricky one. This is a very tricky one because they both have very good feats for willpower. For instance, Luffy in the beginning when he was fighting Enmu again, like the lightning guy, he had an entire rubber or a golden ball around his arm, completely like making it really hard to use. Except he did take the willpower to fucking pull that shit up, twist it so he can like make a punch that like kind of goes and twists, added power and shit, and just like beat the fuck out of someone. But and same thing with Natsu, he's done stuff like that as well. However, I would have to give it to Natsu because again, at the very end, Natsu was so determined to keep fighting and to keep going even after he lost all his magical power, like all his energy completely gone, just diminished, that he quote unquote started using his soul as a fuel. And it was apparent that even his like arm was getting damaged, like hella damaged from it. His skin was burned off. If it wasn't rated PG, it would have been showing the muscles and stuff to kind of simulate, oh yeah, no, he's using his life force. But yeah. And you can say, of course, like, oh, Luffy has always tried to go on and like try to fight as hard as he can for everything. But I'm gonna take it to this one. I'm gonna take it to two places. The first one being Sabadoi Island. That's a bubble place, if you remember, Albi, because I know you're watching. As soon as one friend went away, he didn't fight any harder. He defeated. I know it's because like he couldn't get that one friend. I can see your text. Hold the fuck up. I know that once one friend that he thought died, but he kind of shut down because he couldn't handle it. And I was thinking like, what is that anything comparable to the fairy tale universe? Has like Natsu lost someone and then like completely given up? And I was thinking about it, and I was like, there is something like that. Very early on in the what was it? Phantom Lord arc. There we go. The Phantom Lord arc. They thought that their guildmaster had died because he was severely damaged, and at that point, like they said, like he just can't live. Like there's the chance of him surviving is so slim, and rather than just kind of just being defeated or anything like that, he already went to go fuck him up. He already left. And another one that I will bring up too, in the Grand Magic Games, Natsu lost Happy, his little pet companion, but and he didn't know where the fuck he was, and so he went as soon as he found out. He went to the place, which was another guild, the strongest guild, I will say, in the land other than Fairy Tail, and threw hands with the leader. And was so adept at throwing hands with him that they were evenly matched. And this guy was feared. I'm talking like, I don't know if anyone else in Fairy Tail could have even scrapped up to him. Like he was a monster. Like no one could just kill him. No one could even fuck him up. But so again, and that one in sheer determination, I believe that edge will have to go to Natsu. I'm not going to say that it wasn't hard. I'm definitely going to say it was fucking difficult. But I think in this one, Natsu edges him enough to make it a clear difference. Unlike the speed where it's like they're so close that you can't really tell. Alright. Now I'm going to open up to hear your discussions. Albie, you better not say some stupid shit. I'll tell everyone when I unmute. That way, it's not dumb. Because I also want to see if... desktop audio. I'm gonna raise it to like here. All right. Now I'm going into here. I'm gonna unmute all of you like one at a time. But I don't know if you can hear yourself.
What's going on?
Have you unmuted us?
All right, I unmuted all of you. I'm here. I'm here to listen to your discussions.
Alright, okay, so I'm gonna go over durability and willpower alone.
Okay.
Can you repeat Natsu's greatest durability feat?
His greatest durability feat? The fact that he was fighting against a god of time, and no matter how much power Natsu put out to destroy his body, he did destroy his body on multiple occasions. Hold on, I gotta mute George. He's laughing way too much. I'm like losing focus. Alright.
Did Angela leave?
Yes.
Oh, hello, Angela.
Alright.
Are you having trouble hearing us?
No. What? Maybe.
Okay. Going back to the whiteboard, I'll demonstrate it here. I'm sorry. What was your question on durability? Oh, what was the greatest durability fact?
Yeah. Okay. But
Okay.
See, what happened to this being a human on human fight?
Well, as I said, I will be pulling from the anime and stuff to pull feats such as the reaction speed that Luffy was confirmed to have. Light speed reactions. Okay, I should have phrased it at this as the beginning. Okay. I'm gonna take what they have and try to make it as, okay, if they were human, who would have the edge in that category? That's why Luffy is better in reaction speed, because we have a confirmed case that he was faster than the speed of light. So I can't give Natsu that because I have no idea what his reaction speed is 100%. Like, I have no confirmation. I can make stuff up and say, like, oh yeah, this guy shoots lasers, he's fucking faster than him, but then that'd be unfair, so because it's not confirmed. So going back to durability, Natsu was fighting a god of time and was able to destroy his body on multiple occasions. Of course, he would come back because he's a god of time, so he could just reconstruct his body. And he fucked up Natsu. I'm not gonna lie. He fucked up Natsu a lot. But it never got to the point where Natsu's body could just die. Like, he put a hole in him, and Natsu was still able to manage to get up and keep kicking his ass. And for Luffy, the reason why I can't give him the durability test is because if I try to scale him with the highest durability, how much of that durability is due to him being rubber?
How much durability of Natsu getting a hole in him was his fire keeping him alive?
And that's exactly my point. There wasn't a fire keeping him alive at that point. It was, and that's also tying in with the determination. He was just like, I'm gonna keep fucking going. I'm just gonna keep fucking going, and he did.
Yeah, you know what? That hole in that body part, I'll give it to you. There, Luffy hasn't. The best I can say is that Luffy's had his fucking skull broken in, but still managed to go on as if everything was normal. But I don't think that can scale to a hole in the body.
I didn't know about that. It's close. That makes it harder. That makes it harder because, again, he is rubber, and how the devil's fruit changes the entire body, where it can make like Logia fruits complete elements.
But
so
this
it's like,
this is with Sanji full on flame, like his strongest flame kick against Luffy's skull, base form, unbraced, and just accepting it all. His skull got like smashed in, and he still managed to go on as a.
Then I have to negate it a little bit. And the reason why is because I knew at that point Sanji didn't have armament haki. He didn't have that yet.
Fair.
So it's not like he was really hitting Luffy full on. It was still really powerful kick. But again, as stated before, due to Luffy's power of being rubber, a lot of blunt force attacks are very like heavily negated or like completely negated because he's rubber. So I can't say that Luffy's taking on a full-on kick, so I can't say his body is used to taking that much force onto the head and stuff and being able to kind of survive it. So I'll keep the durability up with him. Yeah, no, I'm keeping the speed honestly empty because I don't know who to edge out on. Because again, it's different from reaction speed. Because for reaction speed, you can have seconds. you have seconds. But speed, that's like could be minutes, hours, anything like that. And it needs to be on a lot more of a consistent basis.
Yeah, I get you. Going back to willpower has not like this is the one thing. Like this is like the one thing
Okay.
that has Naoto ever had any doubts about defeating any of his opponents?
One time he's
Yeah,
had any doubt. Huh?
Get the fuck out. Luffy has never had a single doubt in his mind.
Sabadoi Island against fucking that guy, the paw guy.
Yeah.
Who?
Sabadoi
The
Island.
long guy?
The pacifist. The
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, but that was after. Well, that's fair. Yeah. Hey, yo, but he was.
But see, this was the difference. This was the difference between them that I didn't mention. Well, because you brought it up right now. Okay. Natsu's doubt is because
I don't know.
he never feared anything. So he was like it was a little kid going into a fight. So once so his teacher finally showed him like you need to understand what you fear so you can understand how to fight better.
Yeah.
But with Luffy, who's on the completely other end, I don't think he's had anything to fear ever since that island. But even still, he didn't really learn anything from it. The biggest one I'll give him is that A's dying and he doesn't want to lose any more friends. I'll give him that. That's a very high feat. However, again, he didn't learn anything from it. He just he's just determined more to to keep going.
Okay, I get you. Yeah. I'm so sick and tired of this fight because it's so convoluted.
It is. See, because that's the hardest part. It's like the power. This is why I said I wanted to make it as human as possible. But it's hard because I have to go back to the source material, grab it, and then try to make it like, okay, if this was like a human thing, who could edge out in it?
Well, the thing is that the normal people in the One Piece can scale to Luffy no problem.
Okay, no. We're not scaling. We're not scaling to normal people in their universe. We're scaling as if they were real people in our universe.
Oh. Okay.
All right, who else should we debate? This is fun.
Okay, now we'll let Angela and you have to unmute George because he's been dying.
All right.
Angelique, who's to debate?
Two people who debate.
Angelique, who's person A? Angelique, who's
All right,
person
hold on. Wait, we haven't finished because we haven't decided on who's the winner.
No, you know what? I'll give you Luffy because I need better source material. I'll give you Natsu because I need better source material to argue this.
Yeah, I know. No, Natsu's source material is very like vague sometimes. It's consistent for a little while. Then they kind of throw in a wrench for a bit, and then they're like, okay, no, we're gonna go back.
Like, I want to be honest with you, Eric, I need another 400 chapters so we can explain why Luffy's pubic hair gets stretched the way it does. Because they go through every little detail.
I know.
But it takes 400 chapters.
Okay, so I'm gonna say because of the spread of everything on this, I'm gonna say Natsu barely edges out Luffy because Luffy is definitely a worthy contender. So I'm not gonna say Natsu wipes the floor with him. I'm like, no. I'm gonna say like let's say out of 10 fights in total, at their best, I'm gonna say Natsu wins 7 out of those 10 fights.
Alright.
Natsu wins 7 out of 10. Dude, I know if Nathan was right here, he'd be fucking throwing hands.
Wait, what did you
He's just like, hey yo, he's edging him. Like, well, yeah, he's pegging him too. And he's like, that's it. I'm fucking Pokemon.
All right, Johnny. Okay. See, this is the hardest part about it. Multiple of us have watched One Piece, so we can all kind of fact check each other. I'm the only fucking one who bothered to watch Fairy Tail, So I'm the only one who could go off of it, and I'm trying not to sound biased or bullshit.
You watched a lot of it. I stopped.
I watched all of it, dog.
Angelique,
Yeah, I know, Johnny. You watched 5 fucking episodes. I watched like 200.
Hey, not 5.
I'm talking about Johnny. Johnny said he
But,
watched 5.
Oh, Johnny had 5.
Angelique, we need your anime contender
For wait, what?
for masturbation and debation.
We're debating on who wins fights as anime characters with anime characters, but if they were human.
They're human?
Shit. Pick a random figurine. Rengoku.
Okay. That's okay. Okay.
Yeah, have a Rengoku figure.
That's valid. That's valid right there.
Or what?
Demon Slayer. Or no, what, is it a different Rengoku?
Angela, your contender.
Fucking... As a human,
Think of really anyone, and we'll try and then that way we can make it better.
Itadori Yuji.
No. It's next fight, Yuji.
Yeah, no, Yuji all the way.
No, Yuji one shot.
Actually,
Yuji easy.
no. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
No, Eric, no. Because if you check I can't even spoil this for you because there's no manga spoilers.
But
Yuji has dealt with swordsmen and has clapped them easily.
But has he beat Rengoku?
Rengoku doesn't have
Alright.
swordsmanship skill. Ryuji has reactions faster than like a light speed sword swings.
All right, then I'll give it to that.
Well, not light speed sword swings, but like point blank sword swings.
No, it's
Well, it depends on the style of sword because I know there's like I'm not gonna go into like the whole fight, but I know there's multiple different styles of swordsmanship that involve specific differences. Like I know one of them, the fastest is the quick draw method, and like with that one, that's how like how do I explain it? How fast they can like pull out their sword, quickly swing, and bring it back, and some of like the best ones can do it like in a blink of an eye. But I know like that's a hard thing to do, and Rengoku's fighting style is not that at all. His is very much more deep cuts. He's trying to get through your body and stuff like that. All right.
I'm gonna
Well,
look up
who?
one simple fact.
All right.
If Yuji has broken swords with his bare hands,
But see, we're saying as if they were human. We are not saying as they're
no,
as they're.
that's the thing. Everything Yuji does is his natural talent. He
Makes
rarely
sense.
uses his spirit energy now.
Makes sense. He was definitely a strong human being before all the spirit energy.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, I forgot to say that. I'm also gonna give the edge to strength wise. I'm gonna have to give it to Natsu. I'm gonna have to give it to him, and the reason why is this, because. Okay, I'll explain it like this. Luffy's second form, Gear 4, involves him using his
His fourth form.
blood vessels, or I'm sorry, his like veins, like pumping blood and stuff. So I couldn't say that he has an accurate strength feat because, as we even seen with his punches, he'll twist them in order to make it like a spring, like very strong and like very buoyant, or not buoyant, bouncy. So I can't really give him a defining strength feat because I'm gonna be honest, through the episodes that I've seen, I don't remember him like straight picking up something with like as much weight as he can.
That Natsu definitely beats him there.
Yeah, that I'll have to give to Natsu.
Like Rengoku versus Yuji, man. I thought it was gonna be like someone else similar to Rengoku, but like you have this man who's in base form can leap almost an entire school style skyscraper.
That's true. And base, like they really fucking jacked him up before everything.
This man is like this man with we if humans can evolve to the point where us now if we take maxed out steroids, that's Yuji's base form.
Hold on, let me see. Let me ask Nathan for an anime character.
Yeah, George. No, you're not muted. Eric, you can hear George, right?
Yeah, I can still hear him. Yeah. Don't worry, I unmuted you.
Okay,
George, you're gonna choose the next character.
I don't want to blame you. you muted me.
No, your life is contagious. George, your character.
I don't even know.
No, a contender from anyone. It can be from Star Wars comics. It can be from anywhere.
Oh.
Oh, Angela left.
Oh, she's right there.
She's having connection issues, I think.
Yeah, because I keep, like, one moment I can't hear you guys, and then the next I can't somehow.
I thought I had the power to mute anyone.
No,
Oh wait,
maybe-
Johnny,
maybe
because
she-
I haven't seen everything. Johnny, what do you think about the Natsu versus Luffy? What, like, do you say I was fair, or do you say I was kind of pulling shit out of my ass at some point?
This is a whole class of bullshit, so, I mean...
He did say
What does doubt have to do? It was very odd. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. What does doubt have to do with them two fighting each other? Hey, yo, you bring up a good point.
Yeah.
All right. So George, can I have another character, please?
What? Don't give me those eyebrows. No. I got nothing, honestly.
Like The Rock.
Sir.
If you don't have
Like The
something
Rock.
Anakin or like Obi-Wan or like Boba Fett or like Sebastian Castellanos, Kratos, no one?
We're talking like pretty much anyone here.
Or do you want more time to think about it?
Alright.
All right. We'll save George for the next fight then. We'll have so.
Johnny, name a contender. Anyone you want, Johnny.
Anyone. These. Fuck you. You know what? Okay, I just thought of one. So George, you and Johnny and George, both of you think of a character to fight each other. I know what I'm gonna go with. Again, I'm gonna mute everyone right now.
Yeah, he's talking, Angela.
So
Huh?
I'm talking like a bitch, like I am. All right, I'm gonna mute everyone. I'm muting everyone. So now I can't hear you. I can't hear anyone right now. I can't hear anyone. So I'm saving the Rengoku fight. Don't worry, Angelique. We'll save it for next time. If George comes up with one, or Johnny, we'll save it for that one. Where's my black marker? Okay. You know what? Since I want more colors, I got a green one too that I have. See. We got a green one. Alright, cool. I can't use green because I have a green screen effect. Never mind. Alright. This one I feel like everyone can somewhat like, because we've all, as I hope as a child, have seen it and has heard somewhat shit recently from it. Alright. I'm gonna say Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender versus Todoroki from My Hero. Alright. Again, I'm going to try to make it as like even as possible because I know that there's some weird bullshit throughout both the verses. But going again, we're going to start from reaction speed. Starting at the top, and then we'll work our way down. Reaction speed. Now let's see. I know that the best reaction speed for Prince Zuko is someone shooting fire. So, honestly, I'm sorry. He has caught lightning before. I have forgotten about this. So, I think in reaction speed, that's honestly a very hard feat to even go past, like be able to catch lightning. So, without even listening to Todoroki, because honestly, he has nothing. I think I'm like 3 episodes behind right now, but I'm pretty much caught up to everything. He hasn't really shown anything that could catch up to that. So I will give the edge to Zuko. Again, I am a little behind with it, so I don't know anything as of now, but I can say with confidence that being able to catch lightning is a very big feat. I'm gonna move my microphone out the way. At least today, good enough. All right, next one, durability. I know I'm going like in a different order, but stick with it. I don't care. Durability. Okay. I know in the My Hero verse, durability is completely off the scale. It's completely mixed. Everything is everywhere. Like, for instance, Deku breaking his entire body at points and just like not even caring. Like it just doesn't make sense sometimes. So it's a lot harder to say with Todoroki. Let's see, but the same could really be the same as Avatar, because a lot of it does have to do with spiritual energy as well as physical pain. So in terms of durability, that's very hard. And I'm sorry. I'm also gonna say it like this. In this one, it is not gonna be human versus human. I know there's a death battle, Johnny. I saw it. I'm going as if it was the death battle, like if it was like their powers versus the other powers. I'm gonna base it off of that, which is why I'm kind of bringing like, the durability is kind of hard to calculate because of who's really taking more hits. Because again, like in the My Hero verse, a lot of it has to do with much more physical pain, whereas in the Avatar verse, what you come to understand is like a lot more of it has to do with internal pain, especially from Prince Zuko. I'll give it. I might have to give it. Actually, I'm gonna give it to Zuko. And this is why. One, fucking what's his face is like barely younger than Zuko. Like he's like a year or two younger than Zuko. So he's not as edged out. So I'm giving it to Zuko. Two, we're gonna take two dramatic things that happened to them as children, which was how they got their scars. Now, whereas Todoroki got his scar from boiling water being poured on him, which is at minimum 100 degrees Celsius, which is extremely hot. That's a lot of pain. But I will have to say, for how Zuko got his scar, it being coming from a straight flame from his father, and only doing that much damage to him, I will say that is a feat that it edges out boiling hot water. Because again, an open flame is a lot hotter than just water, because water takes time to get up there. And then two, a little thing is that the pot barely got hot when the mother poured it onto Todoroki. So it wasn't like it's been boiling and like it's up there at a consistent level. It like barely hit 100 degrees, if I remember correctly. So I have to give that to Zuko. Plus, when you really think about it, in the Avatar verse, like they get thrown around a fuck ton, especially with Aang airbending. Like Zuko has literally just been pushed up against solid rock walls and stuff, and there's like no cushioning. Whereas in Todoroki, like he uses like his ice to kind of cushion it. And I know what you're saying, like maybe like ice is really hard, but then when you look at his ice, it's fairly breakable. So I'm not gonna really give it that durability feat of, you can't like punch through it or something, because at point again, like as he says, there's no form to his ice, so he can't really make that really good of a cushion or anything. So he can't really block against that. Here's a feat that only these two can be a part of, which would be heat control. HC, not AC, HC. H as in hay. Heat control. Now, this one, without a doubt, I have to give it to Zuko. Because when you think about it, how you look at heat control is how well will they be able to control the heat inside their own body as well as forming it out around them. With the My Hero verse, the most we've really been able to see with Todoroki is that he can use it to kind of fly around or shoot just kind of whatever blast. Like he has really no control over it, or even like heat up his surroundings. Like he really does not have that fine grip of a control on his heat, whereas Zuko does. Like, I know this was a little bit later on. I know, like, I think it was in the Korraverse. If not, it was at the very end of Avatar. But some firebenders have been able to precisely control their fire to make a flame about this high and be extremely hot to cut like locks and shit. I know about that. I remember seeing that. Again, I don't know if this was the Korraverse or later on, but I mean, like, it would make sense because shit like that. And also why Zuko has better control over his flames is because he also has training with the dragons. That significantly boosted his power as a whole. Like, he was like almost, if not as strong as his father, or I'm sorry, he was as strong, if not more than his father was, because of like this better bending style and control with it. So that's why he completely edges over Shoto. Plus, I know what you're saying. Like, oh, the ice can completely counter the flame. Again, this is something I didn't like Death Battle for doing, but we have seen that it's a common misconception that firebending, if you take away heat, that they can't firebend anymore. But when Zuko was put into the boiler room, which was a closed metal room that had the AC going on, which was freezing. I'm not saying like, oh, it was really cold. It was freezing because if you would look at the walls, there was not condensation, freezing, like little ice things, which means if water had entered, that it would have frozen. So there. So it's past freezing. And even then, he was able to completely control his fire. I don't want to say technique. His fire breathing, I guess, to keep his body warm. He was keeping his whole body warm, even if he wasn't fire breathing, because he was trying to take out the bolts at the same time, and that's not easy to do by just doing like this every 5 seconds. So again, I have to give that to him. Let's see, we did reaction speed, durability, and heat control. I'm actually gonna do speed. I'm gonna do speed again. With speed, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely think it belongs to Todoroki, because like just his maneuverability with his fire that he can do and his ice just gives him the straight edge over it. Especially like the ability to switch between the two, that really helps a lot, because the most really Zuko can do is fly into the air or do like super leaps, but it's like you can see where he's landing, but like let's say Todoroki does the same thing, he does a super leap, he can then kind of freeze the air and then just kind of make a slide down, so he can really switch up his mobility at any point he wants. Let's see, another one. Willpower. Let's say willpower. Willpower. Let's see. Let's take their feats of greatest willpower into consideration here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to give the edge of willpower. Actually, I don't know if I can give the edge to willpower comfortably to like either of them, because personally, I feel like Zuko should be in this spot, because like when facing Azula, you know, he was like completely. They were completely even though Azula was stated, and for like 90% of the series, had better firebending skills and power over Zuko. However, you know, in the last part, when they were both boosted, that it was almost completely even. Like, it was like neck and neck. But I can't really comfortably say that, because I know Todoroki has also had some notability things where, in one of the movies, oh, but that's not canon. Fuck, that's not canon. Alright, well, I know in the show, he did raise his temperature to a point to almost melt metal, because he was fighting that metal guy. So I know that he can like bring his heat to a very high margin that it can even go through some quirks and like fuck up the area. So I can't comfortably give it to just either one. I really don't know who. Let's see. And then the last one I'm gonna go over is fisticuffs. Like, it comes down to it. Zuko can't bend anymore, and Todoroki just lost all his quirks. He can't really do anything. I have to completely give this to Zuko. I have to, because even with not completely relying on his bending, even the things that he does, like his forms and stuff, they do resemble some Chinese martial arts and stuff like that, or Japanese, I should say. I don't know how to say it really, because it was I guess the fire breathing or the dragon stances would be Aztec in the Avatar verse. I guess they're a lot more Aztec, so I guess it would be more of an Aztec fighting style. But Todoroki completely solely relies on his quirk. Like, he can do absolutely no fighting at all if it wasn't with his quirk. Like, that's the only thing helping him, really. I think I'm comfortable with this. So I'm gonna give the final verdict to... Actually, I'm not gonna bring the final verdict yet, because again, I'm gonna hear to you guys' comments and concerns, and then we'll adjust this accordingly. And then at the end, I'll say like who's the winner, and out of 10 fights, who would win the most. Like, yeah. All right. So now I gotta unmute all you motherfuckers. All right.
Let me know when you unmute all of us.
And all you are unmuted.
God, Eric,
Am I?
you're lucky I couldn't hear it from the beginning. Of course, Zuko's solos with no powers.
Oh yeah. No. Okay, no.
It's like putting Batman against a child.
Yeah, no. That's why I was like, oh yeah, no. I gotta specify. I'm doing fucking. They both have powers.
Oh, they both have. If they both have powers, the thing is Todoroki stomps.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. He like easy difficulty was this thing that sucks. He stomps.
No, he doesn't. Okay. What makes you think that he stomps? Like, out of the categories that
With powers.
With powers, yes.
Todoroki can literally use his fire, and as Zuko is too busy trying to bend the fires, quote unquote, if you even give him that much, that he could literally use his ice to sneak up on him and freeze him in place.
But see, that's just the thing. That's why I have the reaction speed. Because what's the fastest...
Speed doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. What's the fastest reaction speed that Todoroki has? That you can comfortably say?
How fast was Bakugo going in the sports arc? Does anyone actually know?
I don't know the complete speed, but I do know this for 100%, that at every single point he could be seen, which means he is not faster than sound. Like, he has no reaction speeds faster than the speed of sound. But so this is...
I thought this was Zuko versus Todoroki.
It was. That's why I'm
Why
saying
did you say Cell?
sound like voice and shit. That's why I'm saying, like, at every point you could really see Todoroki moving. There's no point that he's like faster than a blink of an eye. In fact, I don't think anyone really in the My Heroverse is fast enough to completely break the sound barrier, other than
No, you're not muted.
You're not muted.
other
Sorry, it's 'cause they
than
said they couldn't hear me.
is All Might faster than the speed of sound?
Eric was talking to himself.
What happened there?
Is All Might faster than the speed of sound?
Yes.
Okay, we can confirm that. So then, is Endeavor faster than the speed of sound?
Yes, it is his strongest ability. It is strongest attack. I want to say
With
yes.
with the strongest attack. Okay. I can't give that to Todoroki at all then, because if it's questionable for Endeavor, who's been training his whole life for his quirk, you can't comfortably give that to Todoroki, who, like, honestly is still barely learning on how to use his quirk good.
No, but this is what no. So the reason, going back to the whole different, there's such a difference in power in the terms of their fighting stances, because Zuko makes his firebending strong because of his martial arts, right?
Yes.
Todoroki has such raw power that he can freeze an entire stadium and it would still be strong, and that simple ice would be stronger than any fire that Zuko can throw. And the ice is endless, so it doesn't matter.
But
like, if they were really put into a standoff, Todoroki's ice would outweigh Zuko's firebending, because it comes down to physical ability versus the amount of energy you're willing to push out, and energy burns out more faster than muscle. Because you gotta remember, quirks
Are muscles, yes.
Physical abilities. They're basically trained muscles.
Yes.
And trained muscles will always outweigh someone who's using a lot more energy.
No, I can't give you that because again, Todoroki's ice has no form. He can't make it go behind someone. He literally states it too, that he does not have if any ice was gonna come out of him, it would be from his body. So at every point, if Zuko could see him, like he would see the ice coming, no matter what. Because again,
doesn't mean he could dodge it because it's like the thing is it has such a wide coverage. He wouldn't be able to move out of the way fast enough.
And this is the point I also brought up. Todoroki's ice is not like, let's say, blue ice, which is like extremely hard to break. Like if you look throughout the show, it is very consistent that his ice is very, I'm not gonna say it's malleable like fucking water or some shit, but the most I could honestly give it to is like it's concrete. Like that's the most I can give it to. But even then, we have seen Zuko been constantly battered and pushed into concrete walls and like hit concrete and shit and steel and like still be able to kind of go. Plus, because it's such a wide range and like not really much control that Todoroki can have, the only thing he can really use is just throw it at him and then hope for the best.
Well, Johnny Brooks, but he does have flash fire. He does have flash fire, and he does have the what do you call it? The giant ice pillars. But the thing is like you have like you can say Zuko probably has better durability, but ¿cómo se dice?
I don't know.
Fuck, I don't want to give spoilers, but I forget what's the latest in the manga or in the anime.
I'm not sure.
The only thing I know is the flash fire thing. Actually, no, he doesn't have flash fire. He doesn't have flash fire. He's still training under that. So I can't give him the fact that he has that much control over the fire, because again, he doesn't. He's still training over that. So no, Johnny, I can't give him that. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, fuck, I lost my train of thought. So you say Zuko has better durability because he's going to hit into stone and concrete walls, right?
I'm not only saying it because of that. I'm also saying that because of just kind of the Bender physiology. It seems more like their body can take a lot of type of energy attacks like that. For instance, being able to take lightning and shoot it even if it like hits you, because a lot of people haven't died despite being hit by lightning. Let's see. Again, like fire getting on them. Because the most we've seen from it is like, let's say, Aang controlling fire and like making a fire circle. The most we've seen is that it has just burned Katara's hands. Now I know what you're saying, that like, well, of course it only burnt her hands because she covered herself. But when you look at like how big he did it, it would have gone past her hands. Like it would have like hit at least some of her face or more. So benders kind of have like a naturally adept, I guess physically stronger body against those types of things. Meaning, and especially since he's firebender, not only is he kind of more adept with flames, like he can kind of take it a little more, but can also be able to direct it back at Todoroki. Again, going back to that like Aztec dragon fighting stance that he did learn.
Didn't Todoroki get a nuke thrown at him from Bakugo?
No.
Yeah, because
No. Bakugo, look, I love Bakugo with all my heart. I love Bakugo with all my heart. His power is not enough to throw nukes, and the only time that he could ever have done that is in the second movie, I'm not gonna spoil why.
Thank you. You love Bakugo. Yay.
Cause then you need to look at how much destructive force is Bakugo's arms and stuff. And even again, now we're power scaling to another character who has a completely different quirk. So it's not going to be completely accurate. And I know what you're saying. It's his special move that he used in the games, the howitzer or whatever.
Yeah.
If anything, that's very inaccurate because I hate how the anime does it. So how the anime explains it is that he's using explosions on the side of him to create a vortex. And then he's propelling himself forward. That way he can get momentum and speed and all that. But what I don't like is that that's not adding any more force to his actual attacks because the explosion has already happened. He's just traveling really fast in a tornado. And then at the very end, he just throws whatever he really can at the person. So if anything, it's just more of how strong can what's the strongest blast Bakugo can make from his arms, pretty much.
That's what I was saying. I thought it was at least like at a small nuke level, like a city nuke level. Well, not even. Yeah, right. Like, no, that's like that's pushing it.
Because like we've seen in the training arc, we have seen him like dip his hands into boiling hot water to open his pores for sweat, and put him up and do the strongest blast that he can. And when you look at it, at most I can give it is probably, I think the most accurate thing I can give Bakugo, that's like 100% okay that I'm comfortable with doing that is, so you know the Seasun Library, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Bakugo can completely destroy that in one blast. But that I feel like that's the biggest thing he can blow up in one blast comfortably.
Didn't he blow? Well, yeah, I get you.
Because again,
No, I'd say that's right. Yeah.
he has not blown up like he hasn't shown anything that like can blow up a town. Like maybe at most a neighborhood, but not like a gigantic neighborhood. Like I'm talking like
An alleyway?
no, a little bigger. Like you were at my house in Knox, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like that street, I feel like he could completely blow down, and I'm like giving him the most right now. That's like the most I think he could do.
I can see. Yeah, I can see that. I sent it on Drive.
Sorry, Angela.
What? Nothing.
Okay.
Now I feel like this is a good argument. I just need to research my shit more because like I feel like you're right. But I don't have any of the source material myself to kind of like say this, like to fact check it.
To
in a
back
sense.
it up.
Yeah.
See, cause like, I do like My Hero, so like I'm not gonna say like he's a shitty character, but I just think they do overplay a lot of the powers in there.
Or being biased.
Cause like honestly,
Just a little.
like the two most overpowered ones you could give it to are just Deku and All Might because it has been shown, like multiple times, that at their peak they can just do absurd things. But then you look at Endeavor, who has like given his max and we have seen it, and like he has not come that close to them really.
But yeah, that he has not. Alright, well, I get you.
Yeah, no, this is just more of a fight of like, what's better, complete raw power or refinery of power? And I think in this case, between these two people, I think the refinery of power edges out the other shit. Plus, another thing that I haven't even mentioned yet, Zuko can lightning bend. Even if Todoroki knew this.
No, he can't. Not even in Dungeon of Korra he was shown lightning bending.
Oh, he can't?
No.
I know he could redirect it and catch it. I know he could do that.
He redirected, but he can't create it.
Okay, he can't. Okay, then never mind. Good thing I didn't say that then.
That's what I said.
Say, don't push it now.
But then even then, like, he like his body was able to withstand that much power. Like remember when he was first starting, like because of the turmoil in him, like he blew himself up kinda because of the lightning bending.
Right.
And then it was even stated that when Aang was catching Ozai's, is like if he had doubt or like anything like that, if like his body was in turmoil, that the lightning would kind of fuck up his body and then kill him, right?
Yeah.
So regardless if you want to call it like oh, he has completely no turmoil in his body, or his body was able to withstand it, his body was still able to stand all that energy from a lightning bolt, even if it was just to direct it. Like, okay, I'm gonna try to make it like as real life as I kind of can make it. You like let's say you have an outlet, and the outlet can give, let's say, 100 watts. Let's say 100. Todoroki's output power, I would have to say, would be 80 because of just how much he can push. But I can say comfortably that Zuko can withstand that full 100 power output because he has been we have like a feat to say like, okay, yeah, no, he has handled a lot of power, being able to catch lightning and redirect it.
I get you, yeah.
I'm gonna say, as the final verdict, I'm gonna say Zuko wins 5 out of 10 times. 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair. I think it could be split evenly if we really tried to
Because
really analyze it like to the bone.
yeah, because I mean, again, like it's like raw power. Like that's a lot of shit. That's like a lot of power.
Any thoughts? Anyone else in this debate? Any thoughts?
Cookies.
I like cookies. I like cookies.
Can you can stick on my dogs.
Alright.
Gio wants to go out.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. Is there any arguments that we would like to talk about, or is that it for today, class? Okay. Is there anything else before I erase the whiteboard, because I kind of want to draw on it more? I need to.
I got no ideas.
I need to take a picture.
No
of this.
objection.
I've just.
He's taking a picture.
I always gotta take a picture of it, dog. I gotta have the evidence.
Yeah, but are you still recording?
Oh hell yeah! I've been recording this entire time.
Has it only been just recording you, or is it recording us as well?
It's recording the audio. Yeah, I've had everything going.
Ah. Okay.
I ain't stupid. I'm only partly stupid. I'm only partly stupid. Oh fuck! Never mind. I guess it wasn't recording all the audio. Oh fuck! The camera wasn't even facing the. Oh, actually, hold on. Damn, that was